Welcome back to Weekend Out. My name is Gaurav. नाम तो सुना होगा. Now this is finally the last episode of the year 2014 and I'm very happy today simply because this entire year of 2014 we've brought to you some fantastic dining options every single week of the year. Of course we're going to continue doing that in 2015 as well. लेकिन जब हम 2014 का आखिरी मील खाने बैठ रहे हैं, so I thought it has to be a grand meal. It has to be a meal that you will remember for a very long time, and that's why I am where I am. I'm at a brand new restaurant called TresInd. Now this is at the Radisson Royal Hotel on Sheikh Zayed Road, and this promises to be a restaurant that serves Indian food with a lot of difference. Now I know the first thing that comes to your mind is, yaar, how different can Indian food be? But you will find out only when you join me on this gastronomic adventure. तो चलिए इस साल का आखिरी मील मैं और आप मिलकर साथ में खाते हैं at TresInd.
TresInd actually comes with two words, tres and ind. Tres comes from Trebien, means very much in French, and ind comes from India, so it's basically very India.
Food at TresInd is all about reinventing classical dishes, and we have tried to cover every part of the country, every part of India. So there are dishes from North India, South India, and then Gujarat, and then West Bengal, and we are reinventing classical dishes by giving a certain twist to it.
The whole idea is to create which is new, which is different, but it is absolutely Indian. It is Indian, and I mean it's served differently, but it has all Indian ingredients and Indian flavor. We didn't want it to compromise in that, so it's absolutely Indian.
Thank you. So here's where the adventure and the journey begins. Now what I have here is the amuse-bouche, and this is something called the Deconstructed pani puri. And if you're wondering, pani puri तो ठीक है, ये deconstructed pani puri क्या होता है? Well, you've got to find out because I am also very inquisitive to find out कि ये होता क्या है.
The first course which goes on your table as an amuse-bouche is a deconstructed pani puri. So we have made a spare out of the water of pani puri, and then we have added the tamarind chutney and miniature flour shells, the golgappa in it. And we have done that with a process called basic spherification.
So they say ignorance is bliss, but definitely not when you're going to eat it. So now that we know enough about this, it's time to deconstruct the deconstructed pani puri already. It looks very nice. अब इसे बस मुंह में डाल के टेस्ट करने की देरी है. Here we go. This is बिल्कुल पानी पूरी का स्वाद. जलजीरा वाटर है, इमली की चटनी है, छोटे-छोटे, I mean of course बड़ा गोलगप्पा नहीं था जिसके अंदर ये सारी चीजें होती हैं, but that was made up with the छोटे-छोटे गोलगप्पे, and the taste is exactly that of a pani puri. I have to say, this is a brilliant way and a very neat way of presenting and eating pani puri. So for all those of you who thought कि fine dining में हम कभी पानी पूरी नहीं खा सकते हैं, अगर आप TresInd आएं तो खा सकते हैं. I'll just show you आपके मुंह में क्या होता है, just because आपको दिखाने कि मेरे मुंह में क्या हुआ. Here we go. मैं इसको इस प्लेट पर डाल देता हूँ. This little ball. Alright. अब आप इसे देखिए. ये जो ग्रीन पार्ट है, ये जलजीरे वाला पार्ट है, जो पानी पूरी का पानी होता है. उसके ऊपर इमली की चटनी है, and over that are these small balls, and this is what happens when it goes into your mouth. ये देखिए. This is how it bursts in your mouth, and you're actually having a proper pani puri. If this is the start of my meal here, I am very excited about what's going to come in next, because that is also chaat. Now this is the new trend in the food industry. Things are done a la table, and look at how beautifully this is being done. I have never ever had chaat so beautifully. This is almost like a painting that Himanshu is making right in front of me. Beautiful.
The entire idea of doing a chaat trolley live is because, whenever you eat a chaat in a restaurant, by the time it reaches your table, it's like soggy, half soggy. So the entire idea is to make it fresh in front of you so that it's cold, it's fresh, it's crisp wherever it's required. And the dokla is one of the key element in the chaat trolley, and we cook the dokla in liquid nitrogen at -178 and we freeze dry it. So this is all set to go now. and have a good time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, this has to be by far the most beautiful way of eating chaat. You know, it's never been presented like this. Like I told you, it's almost like a painting. Looks great. I can't wait to try it. This is such brilliant stuff. And there's so many different flavors, right? From the time I put this into my mouth, there were different things that I could taste. कभी इमली की चटनी का टेस्ट आ रहा है, कभी हरी चटनी का टेस्ट आ रहा है, कभी मस्टर्ड का टेस्ट आ रहा है. Brilliant. Okay, now this looks amazing and it's got its own twist as well. Now this is a duck meatball and it's served with some Malabari paratha and this is completely mouth-watering. बड़े प्यार से इन्होंने इसको सर्व किया है and ये देख के मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि यार अब तक जो सर्व किया, whatever they served so far, you know, had a little bit of magic to its look. Why doesn't this have it? But it does. It's only hidden. So when I cut this meatball, you will see the real magic. Let's try this. Okay, see this for yourself. Here you go. So this is where the magic of this dish is. Oh my God, look at this egg yolk. Lovely. This is such an appetizing sight. This makes you hungry on the first go. Beautiful stuff. अच्छा, अब इसको खाने का भी एक तरीका है. You can eat it the way you want it. If you're hungry by nature, then you can use this as a bread and eat with a fork and knife. Or you can do it the desi way, which is take your roti or paratha in this case, dig into this duck meatball. Oh, it's nice and soft. Oh, and you can see this yolk just flowing out freely. And this meat here is so nice, so soft, so tender. The egg yolk coating, I'm a big egg fan, sorry for my bias on the egg. The great masala here. The look here also very dynamic with some egg pearls on the side. Beautiful. You know, after staying in Dubai, all of us become global citizens, right? That's what we start believing in, that we have roots of our own country, but in many ways we become global in our whole approach towards life. I think that's the only way to describe this food as well, right? The foundation, the base is very, very Indian, but the way this food is done is very international. So this is in a way sort of, you know, the coming of age of Indian food. This is Indian, yet not so Indian, but still very Indian. Very confusing for you to understand, but by seeing what you've seen so far, you would have had a fair idea of what lies in store for you at TresInd. But I still recommend that you come here and try this fantastic food that's served. They're not done yet. They have a lot to offer. We're going to make you see what desserts they have.
We have done 3 desserts on our new special menu. One of them is a jalebi taco. We have given a Mexican touch to a jalebi which has never done before.
So that's about it on the last episode of this year 2014. I hope you've had a great time enjoying all these fantastic restaurants with us. We've also shown you some options that you can enjoy for your 31st Eve, including the great deal here at TresInd. So here's wishing you guys a very, very happy new year. I hope it's a happy new year and a very, very safe new year as well. Till I see you next year, just remember one thing: no sawal, no doubt, sabka solution. Weekend out.
It's a KKompany production.